Hey guys, Narwhalbuffalo here. Just coming on. I'm gonna go through the comments of the giveaway that I did because I'm in that drawing mood. It's my birthday today. I turned 30, so I'm kind of in that mood just to kind of give you guys something. So, oh, balloons! Yay! Let's go down to the giveaway here. Down to the giveaway. Getting closer. Okay. So we'll go over here. And we're just going to go through here and we're just going to pick some random stuff that we can go draw. Zorark. Let's see. Articuno. Jolteon. Ralts. I just did one of these recently. Garchomp. Thank you guys so much for all your entries and stuff. And there's going to be another giveaway here soon. Charizard, we did a Charizard. Did a Lucario. A Mawile. Maybe a Mawile. Love that. You guys are awesome. Sweet. Maybe a Mawile. It's been a while since I did a Mawile. Greninja. Haven't done one of those before. Metagross would be fun. I love Metagross. Psychic Steel. Maybe a Noivern. A shiny Noivern. My wife loves Noivern. I have Noivern on my team right now. He's my fly Pokemon that I fly around with. And Super Fang. I love Super Fang for catching stuff. Umbreon. Another Charizard. I think Charizard was the #1 request. Either Charizard Y, Charizard X, Mega Charizard. All the above. Talonflame would be cool. I love drawing birds. Never drawn Talonflame before. Sceptile, never drew him. Lugia would be fun. Another Mawile. You know, let's try a Mawile. There's a Mega Mawile too. Maybe we can try that. Let's try a Mawile. Real quick. Slide you over here. There's a Manga Studio 5. Do control new. Sorry for my hair, I haven't styled it at all. And behind me, my window is kind of making me dark. So I gotta get my glove on. This is the smudge protector for my tablet. It's my tablet pen right here. Alright, so we're gonna go Mawile. Mawile. Just gotta get a reference photo. And I never draw what I'm seeing exactly, because that's copying. I don't do that. I like to change the position and really try to push what that Pokemon is doing. Kind of like you're just approaching it in the wild. Kind of like, kind of like Pokemon Snap. I loved Pokemon Snap as a kid. I still play it on my N64. It's all beat, you know, the Rainbow Road, Mew and everything. We'll just do normal Mawile though for right now. I think I drew Mawile years ago for my daughter. It used to be her favorite Pokemon. Alright, so we start with some shapes. Just kind of have her, maybe moving kind of this way, maybe out of the way of something. And she kind of opens up. She has kind of a dress pants type of thing. And this is just really rough. I do a first sketch, it's really rough, and then I go over with line art to kind of polish up the lines a little bit so I kind of know when I'm painting, kind of where everything's going to be without kind of confusing myself. I'm still new to painting this way. Normally I go into Flash or I just do the line art and then paint it in. But to remove that line art, it's something new for me. And it's a whole nother challenge. But it's a fun one. I've really enjoyed all the feedback and response from you guys. Mawile. Kind of make her mouth open a little bit. Me and my kids are going through the whole advanced series right now. We're in advanced challenge currently. Again. I might have to start over on this one. Made her eye a little bit too big. And I think too far back. Let me just erase it. Hard eraser. Bigger eraser. Is her jaw kind of doesn't jaw jut out that much, so I kind of need to bring it jaw more this way. Okay. And her arms, she'll have one kind of maybe going back this way. Just a rough shape real quick. Have her feet out here, another one back there. Maybe her other hand is... How are her hands? She's at 3 fingers. Kind of go back, kind of like, kind of going back. Kind of have her thumb. I'll make that third one kind of look more like a thumb for that pose. And she's got the black arms, black hands. Just do this quick little line just to signify. And she's gonna be looking this way because whatever she's doing, she's looking back. Okay. She's not the tallest little thing either. I mean, she's got little black feet. And this part would be open. You know, I'm not feeling the body. And that happens a lot, you know. You gotta work with it. You gotta figure out what makes sense to you. What will work. I like the arm position, but how about when she's kind of like maybe dancing? Maybe we can kind of even change it up a little bit more. Now she doesn't have a very big. Whoa, she's really skinny. Okay, so she's not the tallest. Kind of poofs out right here. Do that instead. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now for her big thing. Now she's got those big thing on her head, and she's got the 2 little tassels that come kind of plopping down about here. But since she's turning, we'll kind of flop that one that way. Color that in real quick. And then, sorry for the rough sketch though, this is my first warm-up drawing of the day. I thought I'd just come on and got my computer up and running for streaming again, so hopefully I'll be able to do this very soon, do some live streams with you guys. And put that over there. Now she's got that big like Venus flytrap. Let's move her down here so I can kind of keep drawing that thing. And we're using a sketch brush that I got from Aaron Blaze, one of my favorite artists. Him and Glenn Keane and Miyazaki are my 3 top favorite. You might know Aaron Blaze from, he was one of the animators of The Beast. Glenn Keane also, he was the guy who designed The Beast for Beauty and the Beast. Many other movies as well. Alright, so let's pull this, make this really big. Now I'm debating if I'm going to have it open. Yeah, let's make it open a little bit. I think the squirrel, we have a squirrel that's been coming on our porch and ruining our plants, eating our bird feed. Take care of it, sweetie. Take care of it. Kids coming in. So we'll have it open right here. A little bit. Have this over here. This over here. So whatever she's doing, she's kind of motioning it back, kind of have her feet kind of facing forward in this one. No. Simply no. And then we'll have this one facing back. And then we'll have this kind of come back in here. This will all be like red up here probably in this little section right here. And then, I mean, it's kind of getting close. I think for the fast sketch, I think we're kind of getting there where I can start working on finalizing it a little bit. Now, if I did skip this stage, let's just say I skipped and didn't go over and cleaned up the lines and everything, which we might be able to do with this one since there's not really that much detail on her. That's what I would do is then I kind of make this layer kind of see-through, kind of invisible, and then I go behind it and I start kind of filling in the color then too. But for coloring, I don't use a sketch brush. There's a couple ones that I like. I like the oil paint flat brush in Manga Studio. Just a normal brushy. Ooh, that's very yellow. Kind of dull that. That's a little bit better. And we'll just go over slowly, kind of just to fill in where yellow is yellow. Doesn't have to be perfect for the first little run through or anything, but by any means. Sorry if I keep getting dark. Normally when I draw and paint, I always have music blasting to get me in the mindset. Chill music typically though. Like Kings of Convenience, I love them. Love Empire of the Sun. Love heavy metal too though, don't get me wrong. I love all wide range of music. Must be my birthday. It is actually. Yeah, I turned the big 30 today, guys. The big 30. Now, I never like to use black, so we'll go with a darker gray. That way we can always get more tones and whatnot for shading later on. I'm just trying to go speedily for you guys. A typical painting will take a couple hours for me. Since I'm still new at it, I haven't really figured it out. And I don't do too much detail in my paintings. I kind of do. They're kind of speed paintings. And we can color over this, it's fine. We can pull the detail out later. And her arms as well. It doesn't really matter right now. And I always have the background color. Sometimes people like drawing like that, but I like having kind of a mid-tone, not too bright, not too dark. That way you can kind of see the mid-tone colors. And I always do the basic color first before any shading. Because if you start skipping steps, then you kind of lose track of where you were, and you start focusing on different areas, and then if you start changing stuff, then it's already too late. All the steps I'm trying to learn right now. Okay, bring this one down. And we won't color the teeth in until we color in the top of the mouth first. Sorry, my hand's right there. I'll turn myself. Okay, so this is still black because it's the rim, the lip of the back one. Kind of fold that in over here. Okay. Oop. Forgot that one. Oop, see, I went dark again. Gotta stay right here. Right here to be seen. You'll lose me otherwise. So after this part, then we'll start cleaning up a little bit. I'm not doing a full painting right now. I'm just kind of showing you kind of the basis of what I'm doing. And this is a first test stream. Because my computer, I've been trying to get it up and running with a stream, but my motherboard is rejecting my Ethernet port. So I'm using a Wi-Fi, a USB Wi-Fi thing. So it's more of a pink red. Right about there, maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Get that in there. Okay, got that. And white too. White's the same thing. I never use a full-on white. I use white full-on whites for highlights and stuff like that. But for coloring, I tend to go with a light gray. Because it's rare to really see that much white in real life and in Pokemon. So for our eye, you probably go like, let's do a different brush size. It's still white enough without being overly white. And then when you do highlights and stuff like that, it's easier to kind of pull from that. And she's got red eye. Give her a really red eye. Now, if we take away the lines eventually, see, it kind of is the same shape and everything, but now I would sit in there and work on the details and get the shading where it would be using different varieties of colors. Get that same mouth color. Now, Manga Studio, you just right-click on your mouse button. See, on my pen, I got the two mouse buttons right there, 1 and 2. So I right-click on a color that I want to get it again. Now, my wife did just get me Photoshop for my birthday. And the shift tree painting, the latest one I did, that was my first one in Photoshop many, many years. I used to have CS2 many years ago, but I don't have that anymore. And I'll never use software that I don't completely own. Because a lot of my friends, they do pirated stuff, but you can't legally sell anything that you make out of those things. So never use pirated stuff, guys. So we got a different, here, let's get rid of this. Oop, wrong. Okay, let's go a little bit darker. So let's say the sun is, let's say the light is coming from the top of her head back. We'll do that. Top of that back. So we'll still have this on a little bit, make it even more see-through, and then we can kind of, this would be more rounded. Because the light is hitting all that. So I'll quickly come in here and kind of shade away what would be kind of shaded. Kind of make this shaded as well. One tool I really like in Manga Studio is the blend tool. And you can really get some cool effects when you start blending. So let's get underneath her eye. We are going to use some dark gray around this area as well, around her eye, to highlight that. Kind of get the little beak. She kind of has a little beak, a little bit. Highlight those little 3 things real quick, so I remember that they were there. This would all be shaded in, all this. And the thing is, I just keep adding. I mean, I could make my stuff a lot more detailed if I take more time, but if I take more than a couple hours on my stuff, I lose interest. So I really have to go fast. It's probably because of my animation background. I used to work at Awana Clubs International. I was one of their head animators there in their media department for a while. Also did some character concepts for VeggieTales many years ago. Okay, this would also be kind of dark. Nah, let's save that. Now we can go a little bit darker too with this thing. So it's still not black. Still not black, but it's darker still. So this will all be shaded in. Shaded. So then we can pull that detail away so you can distinguish now that that's a hand. I can't see. That's a hand. This is her big thing, but if the sun's hitting, that one would be shaded there then. Okay, the sun's hitting. This lip would be dark. Lighting. Sorry, my hands. This would all be shaded. Kind of flow right into that. Yep, this would all be shaded as well. Kind of fling it in front of her face. Of course, these would be shaded as well. Her hand, fingers, bottom part of her arm. Alright, and then of course, yeah, this all would be shaded as well. And we got to give her her eyelashes still as well. Again, very, very rough. Really just want to show you guys kind of my process. This is, well, it's about the same speed I go, but I do a lot more cleanup then. If I go this fast, then I have a lot more work to do to clean up. Okay. Probably get bigger. This will still be shaded over here, maybe. And this is still the oil flat brush that I'm using as well. Shake, shake, shake. I'm shaking my whole desk. Okay. Now, I like to do, oh, we got to do the eyelashes still. Alright, so she's got them just on the top towards the back. Her eye in there too. Okay, and then let's see here, what else? I don't want to go crazy on it. That's okay for now. We need some shading now with these. Oh, and that means family. It means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Sorry. Gotta get in the zone. Okay, I gotta think about this one. So the light's hitting, it would reflect some type of a shadow on the back. We'll just do a little tiny, we'll have some light in there. Do a little shadow on the lip of that as well. Again, we'll go with the light gray to do some teeth. And we need a bigger size brush. Right here. Just real quick. Another tooth over here. Another tooth over here. But yeah, I hope to be, maybe this weekend I can do a live stream. If my computer will behave. I've been trying the last 2 weekends. I've been really trying to do it, but it's not been working. I used to stream every single day for almost about a year, about 2 years ago, before my wife got really injured at work and I had to kind of take a break. She was bedridden for a good couple months. So I needed to do everything I possibly could to make ends meet while she was out of work. I'll do some little basic highlights. So kind of remember where the light is coming from. Maybe up on top a little bit too. And teeth now too, we can kind of, I like to do the blue, more of a bluish gray for teeth. And eyes. Not that blue. A little too blue. A little the same color. And the multiply layers too, you can really start, that's when the stuff really starts popping. And overlay. And Manga Studio has a really nice glow option as well, which I use that time to time. That's a little too dark for her mouth. Lighten that color up a little bit. And that's too light. It's close. We'll have a little highlight in her tongue. And we'll have some shading on her eye too. A little too much. Get some more darker red by that eye of hers. So she's getting there, kind of. So now if I take away the line, see now, boom. Now we're getting somewhere. You can kind of see the detail. Now there's no more lines. And now I don't need the lines anymore. So let's save this real quick. I haven't saved it yet, which is a big mistake. Always save your work constantly, because that can kick your butt. Let me show you what I mean about the, well, let me show you the blend tool real quick. So it's over here. It's a little two teardrop looking thing. There's blend and there's blur. I like to blend. You don't want it too big, but if you look, you can kind of blend these lines into the next color to give it a more softer feel. And this is the part that kind of takes some time too, because sometimes I would really like to get that feel. And you can get the same effect too if you get the right kind of brushes, but I'm kind of limited to my brushes in Manga Studio. My own fault. It's just it takes a long time to convert brushes in Manga Studio. See what I mean? It kind of has that little blur effect kind of thing. It looks more blended in together. So kind of do that a little bit more. But in doing so, you kind of have to kind of come back in and do a little bit more details later on, though. But if you do too much, it kind of can make your drawing look messy. So we'll keep erasing it, go back to where it was for now. But you can do that. That is an option. So we'll make a new layer. And we'll do a multiply layer. So on multiplies, I like to take the color of that I'm going to be doing more shading of, and you go a little bit warmer in the color. So we'll go more towards orange, but then go down like a shade, little bit darker. And then we're going to go watercolor paint, and we're going to do the blurred edge watercolor. Try that one out. See how that one works. Again, multiply is more for the shading area. You can really get the tones better, kind of emphasizing the more the shadows. This has a lot more texture on it than I thought it was going to. We'll just run with it. Kind of pull it maybe over her eye a little bit more, because she have more shade in there. Get more on her arm, on the bottom more, this back of the front of the leg. Definitely have some more. Alright, then we can go even here. So we have this color, make it a little bit darker. Sorry if I'm dark again. keep leaning that way, trying to see. Again, just very rough. That lip will be a little bit more accentuated. Now, we kind of made a mess over there, so we gotta erase that. Now, what's really cool about these pens and this tablet is the sensitivity. I used to have, one second, I used to have this tablet. This is what I used for many, many years. This Intuos 4 Wacom. I highly recommend them to get started on. I just got this new tablet last year after my surgery. My wife surprised me with it. So thank you, Little Moth 85. It has been a blast, though, having this thing. It's been a dream come true. Save it again. Now we'll still do some more multiply. Make it a little bit warmer, a little bit darker. Kind of go behind the stuff. This is when it's the fun part, because you can kind of play around with the light and everything, where things are going to be darker and stuff. And I'm still learning myself. I'm nowhere near where I would like to be. And that's where practice comes in. Okay, we're going to do another layer. We're going to do an overlay. Same principle with the multiply, but this time we're going to go lighter, same warmer. And this is just my preference. You don't have to do it this way. Go a little bit lighter. So if that light's hitting there, right there, maybe it'll hit her cheek a little bit. Right here. Definitely hit that arm. This leg would be all highlighted up. Maybe a little bit of her stomach. Got hit with that light. Top of her arm. And maybe the light's coming back and hitting that old back side of her leg. And it will go lighter as well for, let's see how that looks. Why is that not showing up? There we go. Okay, so let's make it smaller. Oh, there I am. I'm back. I can maybe move this over a little bit more, or I could shut my window. It's the first nice day here in Colorado in the last couple days. We had a nasty hailstorm, which shattered the whole glass roof of this one mall close to a town where I live. And maybe we'll highlight that eye a little bit too. Give a little shine in there. Okay. Now, see Mawile. See what do like maybe a purplish background. Now this is where I like to do texture stuff. Is the background stuff, because I don't really like doing backgrounds too much currently. It just, there's no, I mean, there are character aspects to backgrounds, but they're not my cup of tea. I enjoy them every once in a while. If I have to, I will. I prefer caricatures and cartoons. You are lagging. We'll just do this. Dump. Now you can see kind of where the multiplies. See this on and off, on, off. I'm gonna clean it up. And that's why some of my paintings look so messy too, because I'm rushing them, trying to get them done as fast as I can. And that is also gonna get going. And you can kind of see too where I didn't even fill her in all the way. Let's fill her in a little bit. This is a little bit too purple and pink, so let's turn that down. I'll take that call later. Alright, so now on that layer too, since we have the light coming on here, we can kind of do a little shadow real quick as well where she is. We'll do the spray can. We'll do the shadow. We'll do the shadow spray can. But you had to be careful because it can get dark really quickly. Let's turn that down a little bit. Here we go. Now I like to do darken layers as well, to really get the sense of mood. So for instance, if the light's over there, this whole area would be darker. Maybe, yeah, even that part of her is even in that darkness. They really want to get. It's my birthday, so I get a lot of people calling me for my birthday. Hey Riley, you want to answer that? Kind of just blending this in together. And that will do one of my favorite layers, the glow layer. So this is where the light is, over here. And of course we can blend that coming down. Blend that coming down onto her. Schmear. Schmear. Now we have that one. I do another glow layer because I don't want to mess up that one. And we'll kind of have a pinkish glow. Kind of highlight the same areas we already did again. Kind of like that. Can even do filter. Let's do like a strong blur. And that's pretty much it, guys. And then you can just sit there getting more and more detail and keep building and building and building. I mean, this is far from done. I mean, I could spend hours trying to keep polishing it up and rendering it a little bit more. Let me do another darken layer real quick. Zoom up here a little bit, kind of. It's never done. I've never once ever looked at like a drawing, like when I completed it, and be like, you know, that's done. I can see millions of things I could have added to it, or which is a good thing because it keeps me sharp and looking for areas to improve on. I think this file is like 6,000 by 3,000. I think I'm painting in. If you're wondering, pixels, not inches. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I just go up here, I do the pen brush, I go to white. That's too small. Nope, too small. And Narwhalbuffalo. Hey! And whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There you go. More to come though. More to come though, guys. It's been fun. And I'll post this video up for you guys. And there'll be more live streams coming up. So thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my birthday. Peace out, guys.